What's up, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Two Beers, One Movie. We're going to be talking about Doctor Strange 2, the Multiverse of Madness. Here we go. Yes, welcome back to another episode of Two Beers. As I mentioned, we're going to be discussing Sam Raimi's Multiverse of Madness. It's the follow-on from the first Doctor Strange movie. It also follows on from both No Way Home and WandaVision. Well, don't they all kind of follow on each other? Yeah. It was okay. So, Dr. Stephen Strange has opened up the Multiverse of Madness from a spell gone wrong, where he's trying to help a character called America Chavez. I can't pronounce her first name. The actress that plays her, it's way too hard to even try. But anyway, this felt like a director and a studio pulling against one another, and you probably get, 25%, maybe 35% of a Sam Raimi movie, and the rest is just Marvel. Well, we've been told it's going to be something completely different, something new. It's going to be like a horror movie. Didn't get the horror movie vibes. It does have that kind of like messed up, crazy vibe, and the scenes you will see that are a bit like really good to look at, the special effects, CGI or whatever, and you can see Sam Raimi's staple on it. You can see where he's put his influence and his impact into the actual story and the special effects itself. The first act is pretty boring, to be honest. It kind of drags along. Obviously, Wanda plays a significant role in the film. You could also arguably say that both Wanda and Stephen Strange are kind of secondary Marvel characters or Avengers characters almost. But Wanda is quite good in it, and I do like Benedict Cumberbatch as an actor. In terms of the cameos is what everybody's... A lot of the cameos that people predicted did come true. I don't think I'll spoil it for people, but some of the cameos you may have predicted have come true. There is a bit of a surprise probably at the third act. It's not huge, but it's good. I do feel a lot of the cameos were okay. There wasn't really many surprises in this. I was really disappointed in terms of the horror feel, where we were told that Kevin told us that we were going to get a really like a horror, the first horror of the MCU, and I never felt that, not one bit, not at all. It does have some chilling and a bit of atmosphere going on, which is quite good, maybe a little bit darker from what we've seen in any Marvel films before, but it's definitely not horror. It's definitely still a Marvel movie, which is probably down to my major disappointment. Is it still feels like a Marvel movie when we were told it was going to be something different. Obviously it's the fallout. Kind of, we've seen the multiverse with No Way Home, and it's a bit of the fallout from WandaVision as well. I just felt they could have, Sam Raimi's staple should have been on this a lot more. It still felt like a Marvel movie with the wisecracks. Wong is there, and it doesn't feel different. And I think you've probably listened to me before where I felt after Endgame should have actually been the Endgame for this and reset it again. But then again, we wouldn't have got No Way Home, which I quite liked. But even then, with No Way Home was still a bit of a mess, especially the last act was just great because we got all the Spider-Man together, and Willem Dafoe was amazing, Andrew Garfield's amazing, and fucking everything. But this kind of feels like it was another filler movie in the universe. It wasn't a step to something big. Or maybe it will be because we have the multiverse. Maybe it's a step in the right direction for something bigger to come along. Just felt like a generic Marvel movie. Well, maybe in the third one we might get something even bigger, which is a little bit underwhelming, let's say. Not disappointing, underwhelming. So I won't give any spoilers away of if anyone dies, what's the cameos. I think a lot of the cameos I just mentioned have been predicted and have come true. Like the character Chavez just seems like she's just there, like to, like a MacGuffin almost for Doctor Strange to go off and do the spell to open up the and it just feels a bit of a letdown or a missed opportunity, should I say. It's like it looks great in some parts, and you can feel that Sam Raimi vibe coming through, and it's just so much Marvel. And obviously I know it's a Marvel movie, but the fact that they promised something different and it didn't really give us a lot of what they promised. It was more like false promises, really, and it was quite underwhelming. But please, yes, like, subscribe, and I think my next I'm going to be doing Ozark, and hopefully you will tune in to see that. See you later.